DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
What's happening, everybody? What's happening?
What's going on here?
And Dylan Mason is already here. So
Yeah.
Surprise.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody?
Well, pretty good. Joe, are you pressing buttons again?
No.
Okay.
All right.
No, this is the first time Joe's pressing buttons. I'm always the one pressing the buttons.
I know, right? That's why.
Oh, we heard that.
Definitely heard that.
Yeah, we're guys. If you have any issues with audio, Squilini and Jay are prepping for their field trip next week. So, just be patient.
I'm looking
because when the intro was playing, the audio on my end got super fucking distorted.
Holy shit.
Yay.
It's always the internet, but guys, that's the reason why we're still poor. Okay, we don't, we're poor. We're still figuring it out, but it is a great week. It is a great weekend. Tomorrow. I will be the devil's number in age, 36. Nice. Three sixes. So it's just been a hell of a week. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna take the cold open real quick because I need to get this off my chest. Last week we were talking about kids and concerts, right?
We were. Mm-hmm.
I went to a concert on Friday.
Yep.
So first, you're echoing against Giuliani. Oh yeah, cool. Oh, it's slight, but it's not that bad. Internet, guys. Internet. But Jay, you work in concert venues. When you work these venues and you see an opening act, how many people are in the building during the opening act?
Usually somewhere between 30 and 60%. Like somewhere in that realm.
Yeah.
Of course, it depends on how big the opening act is. Number one, obviously, how big the main act is, and how excited people are to already just be in the venue.
Cool.
Before the show starts, if you want to call it that. I've seen opening acts where not Anthrax. It was Anthrax and BLS, and who in the fuck opened for BLS? God damn it! There was three of them. And the opener for that rock concert
was a big band. I remember you were talking about.
It was, and it wasn't very many. It's Devil Driver.
Devil Driver.
Fucking Devil Driver. That's what it was.
They're great.
They are. But this was at the Midland, like where I did the Tech Nine concert a few weekends ago. This was at the same venue. I was on the barricade. pretty much in the same position. And when Devil Driver came out, I mean, there was like some people on the floor. I mean, that was about it. And I was kind of surprised. I was like, fuck, dude, like it's Devil Driver. You got fucking Black Label Society coming on after them, and you got Anthrax. You got Anthrax coming on after them, but it's like nobody was there for Devil Driver. I was kind of surprised. I was like,
so for context, I went to go see Our Last Night. Our Last Night are generally, they have their own original music, but they're famous for their covers. Very good covers, by the way. And so I went there to see another band named Normandy, it's their first time in America. Okay. Never left Sweden.
Yep, you told me about that.
Yeah, came to America. They even made a really nice speech halfway through their set, talking about how grateful they are to be here in America, and even said that the Starland show was their best show. So, Hua, New Jersey. But when we walked in for this opening band from Sweden, 100% capacity.
Oh fuck no!
100% capacity. It was magical. It was magical.
It happens.
They did such a good set. People were there to see them. But one of the coolest moments was that me and my wife were over on. So if you're watching the stage from your front, we were on the left side of the stage next to the bass player. And there was a few moments because my wife and I were super fans of this band. We've been listening to them for years, and there must have been maybe 5 or 6 people that were singing their lyrics with them. But every time that singer came by that side of the stage, he would point at us and kind of let us know, like, we see you, like you're a fan. So thank you. So we ended up getting autographed CD. Unfortunately, didn't get to meet the band. I actually had a conversation with their manager because I was going to interview them, but there were scheduling conflicts where it was unable to happen. But beautiful set, Normandy. But my wife and I left right after them.
Why?
Halfway through their set, there was a 7-year-old girl pulling her mother out of the pit, going into the bathroom to use the bathroom. This poor mother looked like she had just gotten her ass kicked. Like her face was all fucked up. You could tell her body was like kind of bruised up a little bit, right? And that was the first one, right? And I'm thinking like, okay. And it clicked to me like, oh shit, the band that the main headlining band, they have a whole album of Disney covers. So that's what we thought. That's where like, oh shit, the TikTok fans are here. And then it got worse. From 7 and went down to 4 years old. From 4 years old and went down to 2 years old. Now this band, they're generally a heavier, not metal, but they dive into the metal riffs at times, and they do a cover for Kendrick Lamar's Humble. And it's a very heavy cover, very heavy. Ooh. If I was in that pit, and this is the reason why I left, if I was in that pit when that song goes on, which we
just lost your sound.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so that song, if that song comes on and there's a kid next to me, I'm sorry, you're gonna get initiated into the pit.
Oh my God.
You're gonna get fucked up. Okay, don't bring your fucking.
John's over here like, I have no problem shoulder tackling a fucking 2-year-old.
I really don't. Don't bring your fucking kids to a heavy ass concert. Yeah, the band plays kid medleys, all right. But the show was not generally for kids. The place has 3 bars in it. There's nowhere to sit. Okay, there's nowhere to put your kid.
That's not the kind of venue I would take my kid to.
No. And so to put it into comparison, I've seen what the Midland Theater looks like. The Starland Ballroom is 4 times smaller than the Midland.
Oh,
you can fit. You can only Yeah, you can only fit about 300 people in there. Okay, and as soon as we got our autograph CD, we looked at the merch card. We said, "Is the band coming out?" And they were just like, "They're coming out after the last band," and we're just like, "Nope, sorry, I'm not going to sit here with a bunch of kids." You know, and it was pretty bad. So as I was leaving, I saw one of my homies who's from another band called Parallels. As I was walking out, he was coming in, so that was a pretty cool moment. But Normandy rocked the fucking house. So to kind of continue on, yesterday we had the birthday party, and I got a care package from one of our DD214 leaders, Gonzo.
Really?
So he sent me this box. It came out of nowhere, right?
Uh-huh.
And so we got a bunch of retro magazines in here, retro gaming magazines.
Uh-huh.
Nice touch. Artwork, retro gaming artwork.
Dig it. I dig it.
I got some stickers, which I already got stuck up on my PC here. Volume 1 of Batman the Animated Series.
Dope. I think we've got that somewhere here. I don't know exactly where it's at right now, but I think we have that here somewhere.
The Batman Returns VHS.
Nice.
In pristine condition.
I remember seeing that in the movie theater. I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
Now,
way to date yourself there.
Yeah. So I'm going to be now. We're going to get into this when the other guys are done, like going through their week. But I got the greatest gift that any soldier could give another soldier.
What is it? Oh, god damn it. It's upside down. What? Fucking the pizza MRE, dude? Seriously? You got the pizza MRE?
So this is the one MRE I have not tried. So we're going to go over the contents of the MRE shortly. But the party, we had a Fallout-themed birthday party. And my wife and my sister, they partook into some of the cooking. So they made game lore-friendly foods. Which was we had the birthday cake from Fallout 3. We had Yum Yum deviled eggs. What's up, Jam and Jet, my man? Thank you for coming. And my sister made Granny's sweet rolls, which is cinnamon rolls, but in the game there's a specific way that they look, and everyone came through. Kobalis, my brother from another mother, came through, and we played a game called it was like a roasting card game. It was so fun, dude. It was so fun. It's like Cards Against Humanity, but you have to roast your friends.
Okay.
And someone roasted me. My wife fucking dogged the shit out of me, dude. It was a great game. We had a good time. The birthday party was a 12 out of 10. While I separate all this stuff here, how was your week, guys?
Well, first off, I just want to say, like, I think it's really kind of like it's nice to see you doing like wholesome shit. Like I like hearing adults doing wholesome things and not acting like. Go ahead, but
and I got an electric scooter too. I got the 9bot E2 Pro. It's one of the safest scooters in the game. It's got signal lights, headlights, brake lights, and a fucking bell.
Bling bling.
We almost got the Segway, but I need a Class C license for that. So, but yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine, dude. Joe, what'd you do this week?
Fucking jack shit.
Blacking out.
I mean, the typical fucking work, and then also prepping for this trip coming up this week. Out there to KC, had to, pick up some things.
Are you excited?
Get things fucking ready. I mean, I'm more excited to fucking see her reaction on her first time on a fucking airplane.
Shit, really?
Be fun. I never give a fuck about flying until I was in the Army, and now I fucking hate takeoffs and landings. Like,
it's the takeoff and landings that get me every fucking
time.
Takeoff and landings. That ear popping.
I think it's when if you've flown in Air Force, if you have flown in an Air Force, plane of any type, especially like a cargo plane, of which there are a few types. If you've flown in military helicopters, of which there are a few types, flight becomes a little bit sketchier when you go back to the civilian world, and you're just like, oh shit, right? So I drink now. I drink before I fly. I go onto the plane with a little bit less of a give a shit. That way, if anything does happen, I'm just like, fuck it.
It's kind of like an interesting tradition now. A lot of pilots have been doing it for years, and then you kind of realize, well, why do pilots do it? And then it's like,
pilots drink. They're probably fucking terrified too. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably part of it. You know what I mean?
It comes into perspective. You can't drink and drive a car.
No.
But you can drink and drive an airplane.
pretty much. I mean, they have planes nowadays where they have some auto features where that can damn near land the fucking thing by itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I've tried this in Flight Simulator.
You can damn near it. Like, you still want to have the element of the human control, but they're getting really, really close to passenger jets, even where it's like, if it was like one of those like crazy situations and like all the pilots got taken out, the thing can damn near like auto land itself. And like, we're close. We're not there, but we're close. And it's like, but yeah, I'd fucking drink too. Like, I don't, for some reason, never even thought twice. When I was a civilian, never thought twice about getting on an airplane, getting off an airplane, never gave a fuck. After flying in military aircraft a lot over the years, like, takeoffs and landings really fucked me up. Fucking A, jamming, dude. Like,
yeah.
On my first deployment, because we were still doing year-long deployments at the time, I got R&R. So I got to go back to the States about halfway through my deployment for a couple weeks. And when I went back to Kuwait, we had to fly out of Kuwait and back into Afghanistan on a C-130. And I remember being in the back of the C-130. Well, dude, it was nighttime. So at nighttime, they fucking turn on the red light. And so like they're flying dark. And then I remember all of this, like, we'd been flying for a while. You can't see shit. It was dark as fuck, you know, and like, I don't sleep when I fly. I don't fucking sleep. It's like, I'm not a vehicle sleeper. So like, I can't sleep. All of a sudden I feel the plane do this. And then it stayed like that. And I'm like, there's no fucking way we're doing a combat landing. I was like, bullshit. Like, this is 2011. Well, no, this has been early 2012. I was on leave. So it's coming back from R&R. Yeah. So this is early 2012.
Slants?
So the C-130 will do a very steep dive, and then at the very last minute they pull up and fucking land. And they don't announce that shit. That's just what it probably
is. And those combat landings are fucking hellacious on your fucking nerves.
Well, and I was sitting there and I was like, okay, we're pointing. The nose is, because you can feel it when you're in the fucking plane.
Yeah,
the goddamn nose is pointing down. You can feel it. I mean, so I'm sitting there like, how fucking long are we? How fucking long is this thing gonna fucking have its goddamn nose pointed at the ground? You know, and it's like, no, we were doing a combat landing and they just didn't tell us. You know, but it was more likely than anything we were flying into Kandahar, so they were probably taking IDF. You know what I mean? They're, you know, the fucking It's fucking yeah. That's fine. I'm telling you, dude. Like, fucking. You never know the shit that's gonna make your skin crawl. You know what I mean? So what it is. It is what it is.
But you know, prepping for that, fucking slightly still working on training the wife on how to pack a bag to maximize space.
They don't teach ranger rolling shit in the civilian world. So
yeah, no, that's not something you learn in grad school. So
no.
Do you guys
still ranger roll your shit when you travel?
My son where I do.
Okay.
I literally, even if I'm going on, like, even if it's a week-long trip, my bag for my clothes is a 3-day pack. So I ranger roll fucking everything. Because you can take a 3-day fucking, ruck and convert it into a fucking week-long ruck when you ranger roll. So I will ranger roll the fuck out of shit.
Absolutely.
So that's what I've been teaching her is ranger rolling. And doing dry runs of packing her suitcase, making sure, we're maximizing the space.
Sure.
Because not sure if you guys have looked at check bag prices for fucking airlines nowadays. It's not cheap to check a bag anymore. It's like $75 to check a fucking bag.
Ask Pedro Pascual.
When I flew to Tucson in last November, when I flew to Tucson, I took a fucking backpack. It's like that was it. Like, no fucking check bag, none of that bullshit, because I already knew. I was like, nope. It's like, just get whatever you need, better fucking fit in that backpack, because you ain't fucking I ain't checking bags. You know what I mean?
Because I've got my backpack, and then I've got my laptop bag. Laptop bag counts as a personal bag.
Fuck you, Cardenas. You're still active. What the fuck are you talking? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. It's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you. I love you.
Wait till you get into the civilian world, Cardenas.
Yeah.
Then you have to start paying for that shit again.
Your DD-214 is coming someday, young Padawan. It's coming. Okay, it's gonna happen someday.
So we bought her a suitcase, but we got a carry-on size suitcase. The dimensions for carry-on fucking suitcases. Because I was like, no, we're not going to get anything bigger. You don't need anything bigger. So did a couple dry runs of packing her shit. I don't need to do dry runs. I know I'm going to be able to fit all my shit in my bag. And then Friday night, we just, we picked up some food, some takeout, came home and watched the new Ghostbusters movie.
How was that?
Yeah. How was
that? Did you like it?
It was actually really good. I mean, the way they're doing it with
Cardenas is fucking with us.
So the way they're doing these new ones, which I'm still counting the fucking all-female one as that's not a Ghostbusters movie. That was just a fucking treachery.
We don't talk about that one.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But what they're doing with this new series, I mean, again, we had the OGs back. So, we had Venkman, we had Stance, we had fucking Zedmore, they were back. Fucking the guy who played the mayor for New York City in the originals was back to play the fucking mayor for this one.
Interesting.
And he still has this big fucking issue with the fucking Ghostbusters and out to fucking try to get them and shit like that.
Overall,
it's the nostalgia feel. Like, especially when you see the OGs putting on the proton packs again. And I mean, fuck, all of them are old as shit.
Dude, I can see it for the nostalgia factor, but it's getting really hard for me to watch some of these like reboots and like remakes and like Indiana fucking Jones coming back at like 90 years old to like whatever the fuck. Like, no, dude, like, no, like I'm good. I
mean, so, and that's where like with this, I wouldn't call these like the last two Ghostbusters movies, Afterlife and now Frozen Empire. These aren't, I wouldn't say they're remakes or reboots. These are continuations of the storyline that we already have. Because they're not rebooting the franchise. They're not, starting it all over. They're continuing the story further on down the road. So it's a little bit different.
Sure.
Of course, yeah, with, like you said, Indiana Jones. I watched the last Indiana Jones. The fucking movie was trash.
It's out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've seen it.
It's been on Disney. It's been on Disney Plus for like fucking 2 months now, dude.
I saw that shit, John, and don't just call it. Just don't.
I mean, it's just like the Rocky movies, and they finished with what was it, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, and then we had fucking Rocky Balboa, and now we've got the fucking spin-offs with the Creed movies, and it's like, okay, there's a time with certain franchises for it to end, and I feel like with Ghostbusters, they probably could get away with one more film, but then they have to just stop.
You know what I think?
One more film with the new cast.
I think
move on.
I think Hollywood should get back into original writing and good movies.
Well, I know a movie that's coming out. Francis Ford Coppola is coming out with Megalopolis, a movie that he's been working on since 1999, and it's about an architect. It's about an architect who's trying to make a futuristic world in New York City after a devastating disaster.
Okay.
And it's Francis Ford Coppola. You can't go wrong with Francis.
We'll find out.
What else you guys got?
Shit.
Then before we moved to UJ. And then yesterday, you know, we got up, we ran, got grocery shopping done, did a few things around the house, and then ended up going out just to a little local spot. Bull City Cider Works. They're a cider company here. Had a few drinks with the neighbors and shit, and I picked up 2 4-packs of this stuff. It's called Matador. It's a strawberry habanero cider.
How's that?
So it's actually it's really good. The strawberry is very prominent. The habanero, it's more of just kind of like a little bit of a tickle on the back of your throat, like you ate something with cinnamon, than heat, which actually pulls the flavor together. Because again, I'm not trying to fucking burn my asshole off drinking a fucking beer.
Well, we don't do
or
that.
A cider.
We're not doing that hot belly shit anymore, dude. I'm done. I'm done with the fucking hot belly shit, dude.
I can drink these. I can drink, 4 or 5 of these, and it's not hot, but I mean the flavor's good. They're 6% by volume, gluten free, all that fancy ass shit.
Sounds interesting, kind of enticing. What's your whistle?
You know, I used to make jokes saying that nothing is free in this world, not even fat. But now nothing is free in this world, not even gluten.
It's true. It's true. It's fucking true.
Yeah. Yep. What else we got here? We got one of my favorite series was MASH, 4077, Alan Ada, a Bronx boy and an alumni at Fordham University. Did you guys watch MASH?
Oh, of course, a long time ago. And there's some fucking crazy ass fucking episodes that like really like you're like, fuck, this was on like network TV. You know what I mean? You're like, holy shit. Like, and yeah, that was a good show. It was a really good show. Like, yeah. It's like going to bed at night, like after the fucking, after the news and after the late night comedy hosts, like midnight, you hear the MASH theme and that meant it was time to go to bed. Otherwise your parents would fucking catch you fucking watching the tube.
Yeah. For my era was Conan O'Brien. So
yeah. It's like, well, MASH would come on like at the end of the night. So it'd be like when MASH came on, like that was the end. Like
that was the breaking point. That was
like you need to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? So I actually watched more MASH, actual episodes of MASH when I was older, versus when I was younger and it was like still in syndication on network TV, because of how late it was on when I was a kid. But there's some episodes that tore me a fucking new one on that show, and it was mainly a comedy show, but there's a couple episodes that tore me a new one, freaking, especially after being in the service, where you like go back and you're like, oh fuck, they were talking about that shit like on MASH. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I believe it. Like that, dude. I still to this day think that the Cold War era veterans, like, there should be a medal for service, like post Vietnam and up to Desert Storm. Maybe Grenada, maybe a little bit of Grenada, a little bit of Panama, but basically post Vietnam all the way up to Desert Storm. That Cold War was no fucking joke. And if you were in the Army, the Marines, the Navy, the fucking Air Force at the time, dude, good fucking luck, dude. I don't know how those boys and the guys and gals did it, dude, because like that shit was no joke. It was like it was a running shit show, but it like everybody had to take everything like double serious because of the fucking Russians, right? So yeah, freaking like, that's like it, dude. Like much props to our freaking Cold Warriors out there, dude, because like you guys fucking.
Dylan Mason, wasn't anything better than falling asleep with the TV on and waking up at 1 a.m. and boobs all over your screen.
It's probably talking about Skinamax.
What's going on, D? What up, my man?
Yeah.
Here we go. From the D. We all came from the D. On some level, we all came from the D.
Yeah, we did come from the D. So what we have next?
I worked the ladies' soccer game last night. There wasn't really much to that though. I ended up
regular old day.
Sort of. I was not on the field this time, so I was at the gate the whole time.
Oh shit!
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like, luckily for your friendly neighborhood, Jay, like nobody goes to these games apparently to like fuck around. I think we've had now. This is our 4th home game of the season, 4 sellouts, complete sellouts, and I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'm only wrong by like 1. I don't think there's been any ejections yet.
Oh,
not a single ejection from the ladies soccer game here in Kansas City, dude, at their home stadium, CPKC Stadium. Fucking thank you to the fans, dude. Like everybody goes out there to have a good time.
Awesome.
They fucking file in. Game ends, they fucking file out, and everybody's happy. Like that's, man, if it could just be like that every time, right? But I'm really not a fan of working the gates, dude. Like I do not like patting people down. It's not my. Actually, Joe Cardenas, you'd be surprised. It's not. I don't necessarily do the whole like better than or best. It's if it's good or not to me. And so I think Kansas City has a plethora of extremely good barbecue, and because of that, the city has a reputation for having some of the best barbecue in the country, and that much is probably true. That much is probably true.
And then Jam and New York Knicks will be a sellout today. Listen, the New York Knicks, we're gonna take our crown again one day, okay? But are you guys ready to learn about the MRE and the contents of it? And so this morning, as you can see from the title, I shit myself this morning.
Because he trusted a fart, everybody.
Never trust a fart. How'd you shit yourself, John? What
so
happened?
First off, to put it into some context, I ate a lot of cake yesterday, a lot of cupcakes. We had these things. It's a Sanchez specialty called pizza muffins, right? And these muffins are so good. I ate a lot. So this morning, usually you wake up in the morning, you stretch, you let out a good fart. Not me. That shit was wet, dude. I let out a whole fucking. This was you know how they have an upper decker? This was VIP. Okay. Oh, yeah. Like this came out. So this is going to happen again to me later on in the day after I eat this MRE. But to kind of, so we have some contents here, but one of the first things I want to bring up is that the MREs now have nutritional facts in them.
Yeah.
Okay. And the funniest thing here, and Gonzo, I'm looking at you, man. It says here that there was a First Strike bar here in this bag. All right. It wasn't in the bag. I know you ate that shit. I just want to know what flavor it was. All right.
Did he open the MRE?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, it was open.
Okay. Yeah.
So you know that there was some,
That's actually, I enjoyed First Strike bars because
it has the best nutritional facts here.
Well, if we
is across the board.
Occasionally when we'd be in the field, every once in a while we'd have to take like a stock of MREs in our rucks.
Yeah.
And one way to alleviate just these bulky MRE things is you rat fuck them. And so you open up all your MREs and you start pulling shit out. And I would pull out different packets of this, different packets of that, main courses, side courses, whatever. And a lot of the times, like the First Strikes, some of the candies, if it was like Skittles or something, put that shit in my fucking cargo pockets so that when we were fucking moving, I could fucking pull some shit out of my fucking cargo pockets and fucking get like a little fucking sugar buzz, to keep me fucking keep going that way. You know what I mean?
Quick, Jam, and I want to ask you something. Were you in the time when there were cigarettes in the MREs?
I don't think they had those in the 80s.
No shit. Okay.
That was more like World War II, fucking Korea, possibly early Vietnam, maybe.
So we're gonna start off with this little bag here first, okay? Now, everybody, if you were in the military and you had an MRE, you know what the fuck these are, okay? You know exactly what these are.
It's gum.
Yeah, but what type of gum? It's a laxative gum, okay?
I never eat that.
And there was actually a time when there was a guy in my boot camp that got in trouble because he was stashing the gum under his bed, and the drill sergeant was like, "No, I told them they could have the gum because it helps some shit." And so it did. So we got sugar, we got the tissue paper, we got some napkins here. Now we get to some of the contents. We got the chocolate protein drink powder. I like the strawberry and the vanilla one better. I'm going to give this one to my son. Another, we have the oatmeal cookie. I love a good oatmeal cookie. Oatmeal cookie. Yeah. And not for nothing, the lemon pepper breads were pretty good.
Oh yeah. There's a couple. There's a few. There's a few items in different MREs that are actually like definitely worth their fucking weight. Like it's like,
we have a MRE favorite, vegetable crackers and cheese spread with jalapenos. This was
you got cheese with jalapeno.
Oh shit, you got Gonzo didn't steal that because I'd have fucking stole that before I sent you. You did not have the damn fucking bar or the fucking jalapeno cheese spread if I was sending it to your ass.
Yeah. So we got the crackers and the cheese spread. And then this one, I mean, I'm not going to eat the whole thing here, but what we have here, and this actually came with its own nutritional facts. This is apple pieces and spiced sauce.
Applesauce?
Yeah.
It's literally just spiced apples, yeah.
And I mean, everybody's favorite military spoon.
There's a confirmed / semi-unconfirmed story, but it's true that there's a fucking former fucking ranger out there somewhere from the 75th Ranger Regiment that has a confirmed kill with one of those fucking spoons.
Oh, I heard about this.
Put it in that dude's fucking eye.
Yeah.
Put it in his fucking eyeball.
Yeah, and now before we get to the last content of food here, guys, explain to the people what this is.
Something fun to play with.
Yes, that's fun.
That's how you make things go boom. Add a little Tabasco and boom, tear gas.
Oh God, yes, dude. John, did anybody ever show you how to fucking make like a fucking 20-ounce soda bottle fucking into a fucking tear gas bomb? With that?
No.
You have all the
with this?
In some MREs and in the old MREs, remember when they used to have the little Tabasco?
Yeah. No shit.
You empty.
That's crazy.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that live. Never mind.
No, yeah. So I mean,
we are not going to give these directions to anybody on the internet.
OPSEC.
What I used to love about these two is that after I was done heating like my water with it, I just use it, put it inside my vest or something to kind of keep me warm and shit. Probably a very dangerous thing to do because these things could probably catch fucking fire. But and then you got a water bag. But now we're getting to the main event.
Does it still say rock or something on the back? Put it on a rock or something on the heating instructions, like are on the cardboard. But it tells you to slide it into the fucking thing and like put it up, like tilt it onto a rock or something.
No, it doesn't. It just says to hold it upright. Oh shit! No, there it is.
Hold it up. Let me see it.
A rock or something.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, rockers. It literally says on a rock or something. If you don't think
it was a grunt that fucking wrote those instructions.
If you don't think the U.S. Army has to go to the lowest common denominator, it's fucking right there. It literally says a rock or something. Like
or something in the directions.
What I love about all these is that each package has like says where it's like coming from. This is so the drinking powder came from Giannis Brothers Packaging Company in Kansas City, Missouri. So Kansas City, shout out. But right here we have the menu 23 pepperoni pizza with cheese and sauce. We're gonna eat this live.
I don't think you're gonna like it as much as you think you are.
I don't think so either. But this is U.S. inspected and passed by the Department of Agriculture. Established 32134. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But we're gonna open this up. Am I supposed to heat this up?
I mean, if you like your food warm, I think in almost a little. I was in for a little shy of 12 years.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I might have heated up my MREs like 5 or 6 times in 12 years, if ever. I'm talking rare, like extremely rare. I never had time to do it. I never fucked with it. If I was eating MREs, dude, I was just fucking eating. It was just to eat. You know what I mean?
All right. You guys want to see it?
Doesn't look good, does it? Oh, yeah, dude. Maybe you should heat that fucking piece of shit up, dude.
No, don't heat it up. Just fucking manhandle it. Fucking like right down the gullet.
Yeah. You're in the field now. Welcome to the field, John. Field chow. Fucking.
This looks like a Elios prototype.
No balls if you don't eat it.
I am so scared right now.
It's probably not that bad, but it ain't fucking good, dude. All that fucking civilian food, fucking John got soft, dude.
Just remember, we did not send him the MRE. This is all Gonzo's fault, in case anybody's to blame.
John, dude.
That was the most.
You're so spoiled with pizza. You are so spoiled with pizza.
We're gonna eat the oatmeal cookie.
You know, I bet
that's probably the safest fucking thing that was in that entire packet of fucking MREs, by the way.
You know, John, like,
oh, this looks good.
Those aren't bad. Those aren't bad. I bet if you were really hungry, you would have fucking eaten that, though. I bet if you were really fucking hungry, that would have tasted good too.
This is delicious.
Yeah, those aren't bad. Those aren't bad.
Can I heat this up?
You can do whatever you want, bro.
This is a big fucking cookie, dude.
I used to know some straight up like MRE. I used to know some dudes in the field, like they would do some shit with their MREs.
Triple C.
Like I never would have thought to do. Like they would straight up like mix different things together and like they come up with these concoctions, and I'd be like, God damn, dude, that's good. Like, holy fuck, that's good. And like, yeah, man. And like, oh my God, dude.
Joey Simpson, fuck yeah.
Yeah, MREs are basically good for calories and good to keep you going. That's about. They're not exactly there for taste and fucking.
Yeah, and I mean that's what this when this nutritional thing so it tells you everything that's inside the box, drink, and it has like these X marked off with like what vitamins they have in them and all this stuff, which is pretty cool. It's new to me, but U.S. Army, what the fuck are you doing with that pizza?
I think it was a thing. It was a thing for a while. Like people were asking for it, and they finally came out with it. But as is tradition with MREs, dude, like you're gonna lose a lot between what you want it to taste like and what it's gonna taste like after it's been sitting in a fucking package.
It's never gonna taste the way you want it to taste.
No, I think some of the best.
That's why
some of the best MREs are the ones that you like didn't sound good to begin with, but then they ended up being really good. You know what I mean?
Cheese tortellini, the ravioli, the fucking spaghetti and meat sauce. Like most of the pasta MREs were safe bets.
Yeah, absolutely. And the meatball one too.
Yeah.
But, you know, like fucking whoever decided the vegetarian omelet was a thing or needed to be a thing, that motherfucker needed to be taken out back and shot.
Can we all agree that chicken fajita is probably the worst one?
I was not a huge fan of chicken fajita. My favorite was the beef jalapeno patty. And that was only because
the beef jalapeno patty was good.
The main reason I like that one so much is because that was the first MRE that I had ever come across that I ate the entire thing. Everything in that MRE, I wasn't giving shit away. I wasn't like leaving stuff behind. Everything in that MRE went down my gullet. Like I loved the whole fucking thing. I was like, wow, that's like for one MRE to fucking like have 100%, you know, on it. I'm like, okay. I'll take that one any chance I get. You know what I mean? There was a breakfast one that was really good. It was like a sausage patty.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. That shit was okay. Yeah. Like
and like when I was over in Iraq and Afghanistan, a lot of the times I would just have my dad send me care packages with the little tuna, the Sunkissed tuna creations.
Yeah. Yep.
And I would just stock up on the MRE Tabascos and keep like my crackers or the bread from the MREs and the cheese. And I would just fucking use the tuna with fucking the Tabasco and not eat the actual meal that came in the fucking MRE.
I stand by this, that cheese and jalapeno spread became so popular because of the wars. Like if it was just an MRE thing and you're just in the field eating it, not a big deal. But when you have to like save shit because you don't have a lot of food on the fob, and you have to like save stuff and then like just for like to have a snack later. That I'm pretty sure that's how cheese and jalapeno spread became so popular, because like it's good for a snack.
Yeah,
it's good for a snack. Like that's
No, isn't it funny? And like I've said this before too, how like the Army is like jail with field trips.
Yeah.
When it came,
very, very parallel roads. Very, very parallel.
Yeah. But if you ever notice, like when it came for MRE time in the field, motherfuckers were making soup kitchens out of the MREs. People were trading them. It was like currency in the field. MREs. Like, if you had a first strike bar, you were king.
Basically, like everybody knows what they like and don't like. Like me personally, you guys talking, I saw a couple of comments and Joe was talking about the tuna thing. I don't do tuna. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I don't like the fucking taste of it. I grew up in a fucking desert. Okay, so seafood is not my fucking thing. It's not how I get my fucking protein. You know what I mean? And I just never was. So if I ever got stuck with a fucking tuna MRE, I was looking for somebody. I was like, but here's the thing. There's always a couple people that like tuna a lot better than whatever the fuck they got. So
yeah.
I never really had a problem trading out.
Same here.
Yeah, I had one guy in basic that got one of the tuna MREs, and I had the vegetarian omelet. And he didn't like tuna. I wasn't eating that fucking omelet. We swapped.
I would have done no shit. I've eaten the veggie omelet. I've eaten the veggie omelet. I would take a veggie omelet over fucking tuna. That's how much I don't like fucking tuna. No shit. Like that's a no shit. Like I would eat the veggie omelet again before I ate the fucking tuna. 100% of the time. Yep.
Yeah. The trade. You know.
Well, another interesting thing, like with me at Basic, because we're talking about how MREs are currency and shit. So when I arrived at my basic training company, there was, for some reason, Fort Leonard Wood had a fucking shortage of toilet paper for the training battalions.
Holy shit.
So we actually got to buy our own fucking toilet paper from the PX.
And you got that good toilet paper too.
And we had one guy that just refused to buy his own toilet paper.
There's always one. There's always fucking one.
And he was using everybody else's, wasn't he?
No. What I did was I made a fucking barter system with my fucking toilet paper. I bought a fucking, 20 fucking pack of some Charmin Ultra Soft, that nice cushiony shit.
Hell no.
And just, would just fucking barter that shit. Because everybody else was buying some cheap shit.
Fucking dirty.
I'm like, nah.
Fucking dirty birds with the dirty asses, dude. Like, gross. Fucking gross.
The good old Ranger dips. Dylan Mason over here. The coffee grounds with the napkin.
Yep. I used to do that shit.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, you take the coffee, dude. Like, especially if you're ruck, if you're ruck marching, or if you're fucking, dude. Like, when I was in life,
there's instant coffee grounds and a napkin, and then you throw that in your lip.
Yeah, or you just fucking chug that shit and chew the grounds, fucking, because that's like, dude, in the light infantry, man, like, you're already sore, you're already fucking wrecked, we're fucking marching in fucking full kit with our rucks, so it's not just like like your kit is inside your ruck, it's you're in kit, dude. You're like sore. It's like you're waking up, you're already grumpy. Like, give me that fucking coffee shit, fucking throw that shit in my mouth so we can fucking move out, dude. Because like, it's just pain. It's just fucking pain. It's like pain in the morning every fucking day. So
sounds like my fucking life,
dude. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, give me. Let me take it straight to the brain. Let me take that shit straight to the brain.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't mixing shit up. I ain't mixing a fucking thing up. Just throw it in my mouth, dude. Give me that caffeine fucking high, dude, because I need it right now. Fuck yeah.
Dude, what else we got today?
We got a few things. You hear about good old Mr. Former Mayor Giuliani from your neck of the woods, John?
Oh God, what he do now? I used to like him.
This fucking douche fuck called out, like, he sent out like a tweet or whatever, and he's under indictment in Arizona over like the false election shit, and they have to serve him papers. and they haven't been able to find him for like last week. Well, this stupid cocksuck has a birthday party in Florida. He sends out a tweet mocking the fucking Arizona Attorney General, saying like, "Come find me," and fucking like they were there, and they let his little birthday party go. They sang him happy birthday, and these motherfuckers served him when they finished singing him happy birthday. He got served. So the great state of Arizona says, "Fuck you, Giuliani. Fuck you, dude. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you don't fucking pay like fucking everybody else, dude."
From experience, and like, you know, I'm not trying to get into politics, but like when he was here, he was pretty cool. You know what I mean? No, he was still doing scummy shit. Obviously, you know that's not taken away from it, but
it is what it is. I mean, the dude could have, after 9/11, the dude could have fucking like just retired comfortably and gone on like the speaking tour, you know, and just give speeches for the rest of his life and live comfortably. And he wanted to fuck around and find out. And now he's about to fucking find out. He just lost a couple of fucking big cases. He's already fucking in the hawk. He's already in hawk to like a lot of things going on in our legal system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like, but the balls on him to call out the Arizona State Attorney General on Twitter, and he added them. Like he added the Arizona State Attorney General, and then got served like fucking like less than 2 hours later. It was it's just fucking beautiful karma. Beautiful fucking karma.
Yeah, he did. I remember those times being a kid and being afraid to walk through Port Authority, and then Giuliani came in and all the porno was gone.
You know what else he did? He kicked all the fucking bad guy Italians out and let all the fucking bad guy Russians in. He did that too. Reminder for everybody. Like, reminder for everybody. Like, go ahead.
Do you remember a couple years ago in New York when there was like that Russian spy who was building channels into Russia? She got arrested in Manhattan. My wife and I saw that happen just a couple feet away from us.
Yeah.
It was one of the craziest things we've ever seen in my life. Fucking wild.
There's a lot of people out there, and it's unfortunate. And I know it's hard for some of us in the veteran community to understand, because we don't place a lot of our treasures here on earth, so to speak. There's a lot of people that would freaking do anything they felt like they needed to for some money, for some fucking money. And it gets really scary really quick. Motherfuckers will sell out their own country. You know, they'll sell out their cities, their fucking states. They'll sell out their fucking souls and the souls of their children for some fucking shit that you don't get to take with you when you die.
Look at our last few presidents.
Dude, look at like everybody in fucking Congress right now. Like, Jesus Christ, what a shit show. Mm-hmm. What a fucking shit show, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
so
another time.
Let's get into sports real quick. I just need to say New York Yankees, the fucking Bronx Bombers are back to #1. We're back, baby.
Speaking of which, how are the Royals doing right now?
They're still
winning. They're winning still.
The Royals are 4th in the league right now.
Are they in first in the goddamn
I believe they are. Let me check out the divisions.
Standings.
They are second. They are second in the AL Central.
Yeah, them and the Guardians are neck and neck.
Yeah, it is.
The Guardians are neck and neck. So
it is getting hot. It is getting fucking hot, bro. This is a good baseball season.
So the last couple of years that I've worked at the K, the first, basically April going into May is kind of like the busy, like when everybody wants to go. It's the beginning of the season. Kids are still in school, blasity, whatever. It starts slowing down a little bit, like going into June. Right. So I don't usually start working at the K as much until usually around June, basically like right now. And so I'm curious now what it's going to be like working there. If we keep winning, like the crowds are going to come back real quick. Like the crowds are going to come back real quick. Like all the teams in Kansas City are doing really good right now. Sporting KC is doing okay. The ladies soccer team, they had a draw last night because of some stupid shit. That's a whole different thing. But they had a draw last night, but they still haven't lost. They still have no losses on their record right now. They're doing great. Chiefs are obviously the fucking reigning Super Bowl champions two times over. You know what I mean? So like Kansas City's doing okay in the sports world right now. Like it's going to bring some crowds. It's definitely going to bring some fucking crowds. And you're fucking Yankees. Yes, John, you're fucking Yankees, dude. Like, oh yeah, Yankees.
I keep saying it every year, but I'm not going to say it this year because I'm not going to jinx it. But let's go. Let's fucking go.
It's going to be a good baseball season. It's definitely going to be a good baseball season.
I mean, our top five in the league are Yankees, Orioles, Guardians, Royals, and Mariners. Okay, like Boston's in the negatives right now. Fuck you guys. Well, actually, their differentials are at a positive 20, but whatever. Fuck you.
Hey, from the dungeon. I don't love the Mets, dude. We fucking whipped their fucking asses in 2015, homie. We fucking whipped their asses to win our fucking second world championship. Thank you. Fuck the Mets and fuck the Yankees. Okay.
You know why? You don't look. The Mets are the reason why I don't like Spider-Man.
What do you mean? Well, what's that from?
Spider-Man's a Mets fan.
I did not know that.
Oh, so we're gonna get to that, but before we get to that, what happened last night, Jay?
Dude, heavyweight boxing championship of the world. Tyson Fury and Alexander. Is it Olya?
Yusik.
Alexander Yusik from our favorite country right now in Ukraine. Like, and he pulled off the upset, and he put on a show. And there are people who think the fight should have been stopped in the 9th round. There was an exchange in the 9th round, and there's a lot of people that think it actually should have been stopped, but it wasn't. But he still ended up taking the split decision. And there is and for the first time since Lennox Lewis in I think either 21 or 24 years, it's been a while, there is now a unified heavyweight boxing champion. He is now holding 4 belts. He is the world undisputed heavyweight champion, freaking from Ukraine, and that was fucking beautiful to watch.
Which by the way, Slava Ukraini, you know, like holy shit, what a moment! And because I was watching the build up to all this, and like Tyson was talking a lot of shit, dude. Like he was, and look, it's not to take away what Tyson Fury has done. He's a phenomenal boxer. He has a great story. He's sober. You know, he's got a new chance at life right now. But it wasn't his fucking night.
No. Well, and it wasn't his night, and it showed. And freaking, it was one of those things where, yeah, dude, like if you're gonna talk all that game, dude, you better bring the game to back it up, because that, you know, homeboy was on a mission last night and he succeeded. And I think the whole
shit.
What's up?
So Dylan Mason just brought something to my attention. Yeah, Tyson Fury. Oh no, it was Tyson Fury's father, not Mike Tyson's. Oh, Tyson. Okay, I get Tyson. Yeah, Tyson Fury's father headbutts member of Yusik's team.
Yeah, they're gypsies. Come on, gypsies and Ukrainians like don't. Some bad blood there. Some bad blood, old bad blood there.
Okay, but John Fury is a crazy son of a bitch, though.
And so is probably everybody that fucking is from Ukraine right now. You know what I mean? It's one of those like, let's see who's crazier. And last night, it was our boy. It was our boy. And
it's because like the one, you know, you got the other Fury. What is it? Tommy Fury, who beat Jake Paul in that boxing fight a few months ago. Yeah, Tommy Fury.
Maybe. I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, and then coming up early next month, it's gonna be Tyson and Jake, and they had their face off yesterday or the day before.
And Jake Paul's freaking doing Jake Paul things.
Yeah, before we get to that weird shit that Mike Tyson said, first off, okay, I want Mike Tyson to win so bad. You know, I like Jake more than I like Logan. You know,
I'd probably agree with that. I think both of them are kind of stale at this point, but I can appreciate the degree of discipline that those brothers have to do the things that they're doing.
Yeah. I also want to add in that Logan is currently in a podcast war with his old podcast partner, which is entertaining to watch right now. Because
what is a podcast? Can you explain that? What the fuck is a podcast war? What does that even mean?
So there's are you familiar with what's going on, Squilini? Because so they had a host.
I've been seeing a lot of it here lately.
Yeah. And it's funny because from the Dungeon podcast, we were just talking about like podcast rivalries. Like, dude, podcast rivalries are stupid. Agreed. They're stupid. There should be no reason why we should be talking about each other unless your shit's bad. Okay, if your shit's bad, I'm talking shit about you.
Or if you like go viral doing something stupid or whatever, like there's reasons to discuss certain things, but it's not because I don't like you. If I don't like you, I'm not giving you any breath out of my mouth. You know what I mean? Like you get less than zero from me if I don't like you.
So Logan's old podcast partner George Janko got fired from the show, and he came out with his own podcast which ended up doing a way better than Impulsive in some episodes, even to a point where this guy, a newbie in the podcast world, was even able to interview Andrew Tate. You know, we have our own feelings about Andrew Tate, but if you can get a name like that to interview, everyone wants to hear that. So we've been through this conversation before, we've been through that debate. Yeah. And, what George Janko has done as a podcaster, he's kind of changing the game, especially for guys like us who are kind of still new in the game in some people's eyes. And it's nice to see, but he kind of revealed the money that was being paid to him. And apparently he was bitching that he didn't get paid enough, but he was making $5,000 a month off the show, which
what the fuck is wrong with that?
Exactly. So
Christ, like
so now Logan Paul's throwing receipts showing the actual pay stubs and all this stuff, which it's getting kind of financially personal.
Pretty much.
Like, these are things that we don't need to know about, but it's nice to know that you can make $5,000 a month off a podcast.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice, John? Like,
I mean, honestly, the whole fucking thing though, it all boils down to Janko got a sponsorship. Yeah, exactly. Like that's why Impulsive's really just doing as good as they're doing. But Janko, the whole thing started because Janko was still appearing on Impulsive. His show was starting to take off. He got offered a sponsorship from Celsius Energy Drinks, Logan said, if you're going to take this sponsorship, you're no longer going to be allowed on Impulsive. Fired Janko completely from the show because Logan's like, that's one of our competitors for Prime, and you're going to bring your viewers here. Viewers are going to go there from here, and that could potentially cause me to lose money, so you're out of the show. That's really where it all fucking started.
So the Paul brothers are being greedy bastards?
Well, not necessarily, because even Jake Paul, I think he's sponsored by Celsius, isn't he?
Jake Paul's sponsored by Celsius, yeah. By a competitor of his brother's company.
Yeah, so
Logan, it's not okay for Janko to do it.
He doesn't like his brother doing it either. So you see what's happening here. There's a lot of bickering.
I see a lot of high school fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
a lot of fucking high school bullshit.
Yeah, but again, it's nice to know that podcasters are making $5,000 a month. I mean, hello,
dude. Fucking yeah, like maybe one of these days, John. We can keep dreaming, dude. But
I know. I like to dream. I like to dream.
Me too. But I'm not holding my fucking breath waiting for Dreamland. Okay,
yeah, for real.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, and so to kind of circle back around all this, where were we? Oh, so Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. So Jake Paul's going to fight Mike Tyson, and the face-off was kind of mediocre. I'd rather watch a UFC fight. I'd rather see a UFC face-off, especially since Chandler and McGregor are about to fight soon, which I'm fucking ready for.
I'm still shocked that. I want to know how fucking Connor got around the fucking drug shit. USADA? I have to know.
Oh, remember, they don't work with USADA no more.
He wasn't. Oh, that's it.
They don't work with USADA.
Yeah.
No more.
Right. No, UFC doesn't work with USADA anymore.
I forgot. You're right.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the all drug Olympics, fucking at that UFC.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the all drug Olympics.
Now the face off was kind of interesting because Mike Tyson made a comment about how he got an erection of seeing a picture of Jake Paul when he was 16 years old.
That sounds like something Mike Tyson would say. Sounds like something Mike Tyson would say.
I mean, what do we think about? I mean, it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Like I would rather him say, I'd rather
shit talking. It's called shit talking. That's all it is.
Was it
shit talk?
Was it in good taste? Like absolutely not.
It was just fucking shit. And we know Mike Tyson's a stupid ass too. So it's not like
Well, it's like what was that one movie where dudes are having like a little fucking Mexican standoff in the bar, and like this little old man with a fucking cigar in his mouth is like, I used to fuck guys bigger than you in prison. You know what I mean? Like
I'll fuck you, love me.
Yeah, that's shit talk. I get it. I get the shit talking.
I get the shit talking. I think that was a little fucking weird.
That's a little funny. Comparing to 16-year-old kid, that's a little weird. We're getting a little fucking dicey there. That's a little
yeah. But yeah, Mike. I mean, I think you gotta, think about what you're gonna say before
you need to let your publicist fucking come up with your words for you from now on, because that's just a little overkill.
He's smoking a little bit too much of his own weed. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's good weed, okay? We get it at the dispensary over here. It's fucking great, all right?
You get Mike Tyson's weed?
Yeah, we get it in New Jersey.
You son of a bitch.
Yep, and we get his gummies, too.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Does it make you want to bite people's ears off?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting hungry already. Good shit.
Yeah. So what else we got? Let's get some military news. We lost a veteran.
We did. It was hang on a second. I literally just saw this.
Snoop Dogg's weed too. Snoop Dogg's weed is really fucking good.
I gotta get on your guys' fucking shit with this stuff, dude. Because I'm like,
we need Jay to invade the East Coast.
Well, it's just one of those things where like you guys have stuff that we don't, and we have stuff that you don't. But between the two, you're on the East Coast. You're probably gonna have more. You know what I mean? Like just in general. That's just facts is facts. You know what I mean? Facts is fucking facts. Yeah. So it was Bud Anderson. His name was Bud Anderson, the last of the World War II triple ace pilots. He has died at age 102. He single-handedly shot down 16 enemy planes in dogfights over Europe during World War II. And after the war, he became one of America's top test pilots during the Right Stuff era. So, and he eventually attained the rank of Brigadier General. So this would be Brigadier General Bud Anderson. Has passed away at 102. Shot down 16 fighter pilots or fighter planes by himself, dude. Like during World War II, like triple A. We definitely stand on the shoulders of giants, boys. Like we definitely stand on the shoulders of giants and motherfuckers like that, dude. Like I'm glad he's resting. I'm glad he's resting peacefully now. Cause like, goddamn, dude, 102. Like I get fucking bored as shit, and I'm like 43. You know what I mean? Like, good for him.
He lived a really good fucking life. And other veterans that we lost a Navy veteran in the King of B movies, Roger Corman. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Roger Corman. He I'm trying to. He made movies. He made he made cult classics such as Little Shop of Horrors, A Bucket of Blood, and The Wild Angels.
I've definitely seen Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, so he served in World War II. This seems to be an interesting time for our veterans to be lost, and it sucks when we lose them either way. It sucks when we lose them either way. But for them to live the lives that they have for as long as they have, I strive to be alive until 102 or after myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to. I want to see what the world looks like 60 years from now.
I would too. It's a nice thought. It's a nice thought. Privately, John, you and me privately have had this conversation, but it's not something we bring up often on the show. But there's a reason why when we got out of the service, we didn't just go back into the 40-hour a week grind and just go fucking kill ourselves, over a fucking job that we didn't fucking care about.
Yep.
The reason I do security is not because I think I'm some fucking Billy Badass and I want to ruin everybody's good time at a show or a fucking sporting event. It's because I'm good at it. I'm already trained for it. It's fucking easy and I'm lazy. It's easy and I'm lazy. Okay? Like this fucking world doesn't and also much for me. Okay, so
it's a consideration for those who want to get into that work world too. I mean,
when they say like if you're in the infantry, like you don't have any goddamn like there's no real world applicable skills. Bullshit, fucking bullshit. And I don't have to be a cop. Okay, like I just have to live in a city big enough, like Kansas City, where there's enough fucking events and enough fucking venues. I can just go fucking get paid to fucking go see all these fucking shows. And all I got to do is just fucking make sure everybody stays fucking safe and happy during the event. Yeah. It's not hard. It is so fucking not hard. And for a former grunt, I'm probably extremely overqualified for my job, but it's easy. I can spend time with my kids. I don't have to fuck around with the bullshit. You know what I mean? And that's guys like we're talking about that did some of these things when they left the military. They didn't stick to the humdrum 9-to-5 grind. What are you doing, John? A shitload of podcasting? You're a fucking crazy person. That'll never work. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, me and John don't fucking listen to that shit. Nor does Joe. Joe, we'll get to you in a minute. But me and John have been on this kick for a fucking hot second. And I think that's one of the reasons me and John originally gravitated towards each other, because we don't do things the way we should all the time. But every time we do things the way we should, we're fucking miserable. It fucking sucks. And our lives
get loose.
Well, and it's like when I do things my way, it might not always be the easy way, but it always ends up fucking working out better in the end. When I do things everybody else's fucking way, I end up getting butt fucked with cactus, and there's goddamn like 14 dumpster fires for me to put out on top of the fucking 28 I'm already fighting every day.
I also want to piggyback on this too, because there's a lot of Stone Vet affiliates here, right? This is something that I see with Stone Vet. Okay, so when I look at his channel, you don't see like what we do, like there's episode numbers, there's episode podcast. No, what they do is like continuated investigative reporting on stolen valor. And what I like about it is that when you watch some stolen valor videos or investigative videos, they get very scientific, I guess is the right word. But then you have guys like the guys who work on the Stone Vet show who work the way that they want to at their pace, and it's fun because it's not story time for 3 fucking hours. You know what I mean? Right. And a lot of podcasts these days are just doing like story time, you know?
Right.
Being on From the Dungeon, it wasn't story time. It was, let's have a great conversation. When we do DD, it's a great conversation. Clean and everything else. When you are trying to be too careful, or if you're trying too hard to be too politically correct, it gets fucking boring. It doesn't feel
boring. That was Joe's cat.
No, they're screaming in my house. I'll be back.
So yeah, I think basically what John was getting at, and it's extremely true. And by the way, me and Joe both sat in on his from the dungeon guest appearance this week. That was a great time, by the way.
Yes,
loved you guys. Love the show. And we'd love to have some of you guys come see us sometime between Stone Vet, From the Dungeon. I know, Dave, you were talking about maybe having me and Joe on at some point. That'd be great. We're all about fucking we're all about cross pollination here. That's kind of been the story of DD214 the whole time. You see some of our episodes where we've had guests on, they run the spectrum. Okay. They run the spectrum. And that's kind of like the idea, like John was just saying, keep the fucking flow going. Don't make some fucking boring ass shit that's safe for fucking work all the time. You know what I mean? Like who the fuck wants to be fucking safe for work all the time? I'm goddamn 43 years old, dude.
Yeah.
Like I am not safe for work unless I'm physically at my fucking place of work. Okay, that's the only time I'm ever fucking safe for work. You know, the other fucking goddamn 18 hours of the day, dude, is basically like NC-17 in my world. Okay, I don't do fucking kid shit. I don't fucking play around. Me personally as a human being, I am not interested in anything below 18 plus. Okay, I'm talking adult shit all the time in Jay's world. I don't. Hey, fuck you, dude. That's fucking beautiful. That made me laugh. I love that. That was good. That was good. I'm not trying to get worked up, but there is a. I love the way you said it, John. It's fucking boring. That's a perfect fucking word for it. It's boring. I'm sick of fucking being bored. You know, like to neither John nor Joe's fucking, discredit. Stuff like Fallout, the new Fallout TV show, fucking bored me. It fucking bored me. Like, it's even stuff. I have to be so selective about what I choose to do and how I choose to spend my time because I'm already fucking bored. If I'm going to do a goddamn podcast, the last goddamn thing I want to do is be bored. John, go ahead.
Yo, Squilini, your camera is wild, bro.
My gimbal keeps turning off.
Oh shit. Dude, I love the clothes. Dude, your face is so clear. You have not one pimple or scratch on there. What the fuck, dude?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
No, I got shit on there. It's just usually covered by the beard.
Do you use face cream?
No, he uses whiskey, dude. No, he uses whiskey.
That's true. We got two more articles. This one is actually good news. Military sexual assaults have declined, marking the first significant progress for prevention effort in years.
How much? How much did it decline?
Let's so this article states. So there's no statistical number, but it says that the news comes from the release of the Defense Department's annual report on sexual assault in the military, which found that approximately 29,000 active duty members were sexually assaulted in the past year. About 15,000 women and almost 14,000 men out of a force of nearly 1.3 million service members. The department estimates that nearly 7,000 fewer service members experienced sexual assault in 2023 than in 2021. The last year the department measured this. Foster stressed that the Defense Department's leaders made this a top priority issue and that the work is starting to bend the curve. We say it all the fucking time. We know, and if you were in the military, you have probably, unfortunately, seen an assault, whether it be someone forcing a hug on them or something as simple as that. It's happened.
I've seen people of rank get removed from the field.
Yeah.
Because shit came out. And there are people out there, and I keep getting worked up, John. Hold on. The engines are fucking spooling because this is kind of a hot button topic for me.
No, of course.
I ended my career as an infantryman, obviously, right? I started my career as a mechanic. And the entire time I was a mechanic and attached to the engineers, I was in co-ed units. Okay, I was in basically co-ed units. And I have some experiences from my early days in the Army before I reclassed to the infantry. And some of them came at great cost to some people. And there are people out there. There are people out there that also have DD-214s that if I ever see them, it's fucking on site. Like, I hope those people never fucking happen to fucking meander through Kansas City.
Yeah.
Let me just put it that way. It's on site because fuck no. Because of what I watched it do to other people when those people fucking decide to get handsy and fucking use their fucking rank and fucking power and authority in a negative fashion against other service members. Male or female is irrelevant. But it's mostly the females, though, isn't it? It's mostly the fucking females. And that's goddamn, let's just be real. And that's what I saw. And so it's going to be on site.
Yeah. And I love the fact that people are not afraid anymore to expose these motherfuckers. I mean, I don't talk about it a lot.
There's a lot of stuff we don't talk about. There's a lot. That's some of the bad stuff that we saw.
Yeah, and there was some stuff that happened in my life. When it didn't happen to me in the military, but growing up, I did find myself in an abuse situation of that magnitude, and it was so hard to talk to people about it. You know what I mean? So I could, I try, to hear that so many women, and including men themselves, were harboring these dark emotions and dark feelings of situations that they experience. It's tough, man.
Sexual harassment, sexual assault is not an easy topic to broach.
It's not.
It is not.
And we know this. We know this. We have diligently fought against this.
Every single one of us, whether it's the three of us on this show or whether you happen to stumble across this podcast randomly one day, pretty much every single person listening right now knows somebody who has been sexually harassed or sexually assaulted or both.
And for those who have been here since the beginning, you guys know that we have fought against this shit for a long time.
Tooth and fucking nail.
So
I will fucking die on that. That is a hill I will fucking die on.
That's right.
I've already seen it. I've experienced it in my life. I've experienced it in other people's lives, directly attached to me. Okay, like we don't fucking play. Like I said, on site.
On site.
So if you're one of the baddies, dude, like don't come to KC.
Nope.
That's not a threat. That's a promise. On site.
Now our last news article. We don't fuck around with you fucking chummels. You're fucking dead. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, dude, dead. On site.
On site. You don't fuck around, okay? Like
night.
Hey, we could use some new content, so let us know. I'm just saying. Joe's
like John and Jay are talking about murdering people. I gotta
go. He's laughing too. He's laughing. He's walking and laughing. But yeah, you guys know the truth. We don't fuck around with this shit. And if you don't want to talk about it and you want us to expose somebody, I don't give a fuck. You give me, but evidence.
Oh yeah.
Evidence.
And it's also not like, especially when we're talking about sexual harassment, sexual assault, that's shit for the cops, dude. That's shit for fucking your someone in your chain of command. If you can't find somebody in your chain of command, you're going to the fucking chaplain. If you don't trust the fucking chaplain, you go to the fucking brigade.
Yeah.
You go to the brigade. Or go to a fucking different brigade and talk to their fucking chaplain.
Now you watch these CP hunters, right?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I watched this one, dude. It's funny because it's like I think it's called 561 PC, and what they do, the guy's a former like cruiserweight UFC fighter that didn't make it, so he became a CP hunter.
Okay.
Hey, fuck it, right?
Why not, dude?
But these guys are doing God's fucking work. But let's lighten the mood with our last news article of the day. Now,
please, let's do.
Now, this is going to be interesting because we have been talking about this for at least a year now. Military Ospreys cannot fly more than 30 minutes from landing airfield months after grounding lifted. The Ospreys are continuing to have issues. Okay.
That sounds like a bad software update.
There's some bad stuff. And I wish Gonzo was here because I don't know if you guys know. So Gonzo works on the technology for the planes. He works on like the wiring and stuff. He's like an electrician for like these big planes. So I'm curious to know if he knows anything about this because it's super interesting. But it's happening. The helicopters and the planes are still fucking up in the military. They don't work. They don't fucking work.
Also, in other like slightly good news. Since we're talking about helicopters for a second, the breaking news about Iran's president and foreign minister.
Let's hear it.
The only update is that they're missing. They're missing. So like there was a convoy of helicopters this morning, like right before we went live.
Talk about that real quick, yeah.
And the initial reports coming out said it was either a crash or a hard landing, but for sure the Iranian president and the Iranian foreign minister were on board that craft.
Yeah. And now they're missing.
As of like not very long ago, like since we've been live, like they're missing.
So
oh fuck.
This is
holy shit.
Just when you think it wasn't
baby burn. Like watch this fucking world burn, dude. Like here we go.
I mean, we are reporting it as it's happening right now, guys. I mean, the World War III, the war is about to
ain't gonna be no fucking World War III, dude. you know how many fucking pussies are out there, dude?
I just want to wear my wasteland outfits already. All right, I want to wear my wasteland outfits.
Will you stop? I feel
it's time.
You know, I really sometimes I feel like I'm Gorilla Monsoon and you're Bobby the Brain Heenan, and I'm just like, will you stop? Like, no, John. I like air conditioning.
Don't worry, everybody. John's our only conspiracy theorist on this fucking podcast.
Seriously. It's like, dude, I like air conditioning. I like heat in the winter. Okay. You know what I mean? I like being able to like get in my car and go places and exchange money for goods and services. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't happen in war, dude. Like, it's like, I don't think people realize like the amount of sacrifice that actually occurred during World War II. There was nationwide rationing. Okay. There was
get it ready.
Will you stop? Don't feed him. Do not feed John. Do not feed John. Stop it. No. Fuck no. Like,
oh, fuck, man.
And this is the segment of the podcast where I just sit back and watch Jay and John go back and forth.
We've been doing it long enough.
It's so funny. But yeah, you know, we're coming to the end. We're getting to our final thought. I just want to say right before, thank you guys for coming. The DAC crew, Stone Vet, we love you. Dylan, dude, you're doing so good with your business. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. We went from calling you dickhead in a GTA video game world to you running two businesses at the same time. That's fucking amazing. I want you to come on the show to talk about it.
Absolutely. And yeah, and fucking Cardenas, we see you too. Fucking always beautiful to see you, brother.
And you know what? I know that we have a rule about this, but I think D from the Dungeon podcast is a safe bet to be a guest, because
that's fine.
You know, I'd love to have him on, you know, to promote.
What was our rule?
Only veterans after the blind guy, but you know, but then we also said.
Not the blind guy again.
Dude, I swear to God, we're not trying to be dicks. It's just like,
no, we weren't. It was him. It was him.
God, dude.
He was the one that made the joke, and then we get canceled for it.
Like it wasn't the kid's fault. I don't think he realized what he was getting into. Talking to veterans, and we have a good way of bringing stuff out of people, and it got brought. It got brought. Like, yeah, Dylan remembers the fucking show. Like, Dylan remembers the fucking show. Like, but yeah, you know, but yeah, I would be from the dungeon. I would be willing to waive our rules a little bit. Like, we have a whole fucking form we send out now for guests, a whole ass form because of that podcast. Literally. Like John has to, if you're ever going to be a guest on the show, John will fucking email you a form, and if you don't send it back, we can't have you on. It's because of that fucking show. God damn it, dude. We weren't trying to be bad. We weren't trying to be bad. I swear.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, yep. Look. That was.
I only know about this in passing.
You came onto the show like immediately after.
Yeah, this was like right before you. And when me and John say like we've been pushing the envelope and poking the bear like the whole time, that's why we have a disclaimer. That's why we send out a form basically like that we need filled out if you're going to be a guest on the show, because we don't play. So like we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't like you ever see what were we talking about Rocky earlier? Like Rocky 5? Like,
yep.
Sue me for what? Sue me for what?
Sue me for what? And Cameron, thank you so much for coming. God bless and prayers for Donald A. Cameron Jr., the man who was killed by that stolen valor. Fuck Michael Kaiser. You know, our thoughts are with your family. You're gonna get justice, Cameron. You're gonna get justice. And guys, if you guys want any more updates, you guys know where to find us. I'm doing more with the social medias, the Instagrams and stuff like that. We have been having great content that I'm able to cut up perfectly. You guys, you two specifically have been doing a fucking bang up job the last couple weeks. Thank you for that. But right now is our final thought. Do you guys have anything? Do you guys want to take it?
Joe, do you want to take it this week? I had it last week. Or do you want me to go?
I was going to take it next week.
Okay, that's fine. I could.
You're right. You're gonna be here. Yeah, I got
also, you guys, remember next week, Jay and Joe are going to be together in person live in Kansas City. Make sure you guys are going to be there next week. It's going to be. I couldn't be more excited for them. It's like watching my two children.
That's why all the technical difficulties this week for my.
Yeah, I swear it's like my two children that I've never seen in my life are meeting for the first time. It's so good. It's so good. But guys, this is the final thought.
I'm not sure if that's a nutsack I'd want to come out of.
Oh, trust me, my nutsack is clean. You'd love to come out of this one. But guys, this is the time. We do it every single week. We try to make it a little comical sometimes, but we also mostly try to keep it serious, okay? We know what the numbers are. We know what's happening, okay? And this is extending out to more than just veterans, but to everybody else around you. Okay, there are people who are hurting right now, who are suffering, who are just they don't have the help. They don't have the hand to reach out to. They don't have the ear to talk into. They don't have the friend to text or anything like that. Because yes, some people don't want to talk. Sometimes they just want to text, and that's okay. Sometimes a text goes a long way. Answer that text for your friend. Get them through that day. Go outside and have a hot dog with them. Summer's here, baby, and we all know what happened. We all know what Jay thinks when summer's here. Okay, and we're gonna close. That's how we're gonna close the show, because it's a tradition at this point. Okay, guys, you are never alone every day of the week. You have us. If you don't want us, you could dial that number above. You could text or call 988 or 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. There are people who sit there full shifts all day waiting for you to call them. That's what they're there for. There has only been one negative incident in the history of this phone call because of one bad apple doing a stupid fucking job. Don't let one bad apple ruin it for the rest of the people who are actually giving a fuck. They're there for you. We're here for you. We're all here for each other. It's one fight. One fight. One
team,
fight.
One team. One team, one fight.
One team, one fight, one victory. And we're here to raise that flag today.
Fucking A.
Guys,
Fucking A.
I want to see you in 168 hours, black socks, summer shorts, and a blue t-shirt, okay?
Fucking infantry blue. Make it infantry blue.
Infantry blue, Kansas City blue, whatever it is. We will be wearing blue next week, okay? Blue abadi, motherfuckers, all right? Jay, to finish off the show, let them know what time it is, because it's summer.
Wait, which one are we doing now? Summer.
The beach bod.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right, give me a second. Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's actually kind of astute, because I'm kind of in that little mode right now. I've had the long winter, and now that the sun is coming out to play, the weeds are starting to grow.
The scooters are coming out.
Oh, long winter.
Well, the pounds are going up a little bit. I put on a couple of layers. This I put on my winter coat this year. So yeah, sun's coming out. It's time to sweat, boys and girls. We're gonna sweat it out. All right. Freaking it's about to be Memorial Day. All right. And when you guys go out there freaking just styling and profiling this summer, I want you guys to look good. All right. So if it's been a minute, do some fucking push-ups, do some sit-ups, go down to your basement and fucking do some curls. All right. Because when you guys are out there, I want you looking good. I want you guys to have that fucking beach body you've always wanted instead of that fucking bitch body you've always had. All right. And I know you can do it. It don't take much. Jesus Christ. Do some push-ups every day for the next 2 weeks and look in the mirror and tell me if I'm fucking wrong. All right. So get the fuck out there. Get your fucking dicks hard. Your fucking pussy's wet. All right. And make it fucking happen. All right. We don't do the bullshit here. All right. We don't do the bullshit. So fucking we got you. Like, you guys let us know what you're doing, and I'll let you know what I'm going to start doing because I definitely put on my winter coat this year, so I've got a couple to lose. So
yes, you do.
I'll help you if you help me, but 168 hours freaking like I expect to see everybody in formation next week. We love you guys. Thank you for the fucking these last couple weeks, these last several weeks, we've had just an extreme uptick during our live show, and that's fun. This is making it a lot more fun.
It's nice to interact with y'all. We'll see you guys shortly.
168, baby. 168.
Adios, compadres.
I'll see you even sooner than that, Joe. Got you.
Got you.